Glad to have you back. And now we delve right into the discussion segment. Currently, one cannot make a thorough assessment of the startup spaces in Nigeria without first looking at how entrepreneurship and business challenges have evolved in the country over the years. Now, with the constant rise of highly industrious and motivated entrepreneurs, these individuals are leaving no stone unturned to prove their worth in this thriving culture of innovation and technology. However, just as many of the startups make a significant presence and flourish, others unfortunately disappear into oblivion. And now joining us right here via audio call, we have a business consultant in the person of Emmanuel Suli. Good morning, Emmanuel. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning. The pleasure is mine.
All right.
Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's start with business startup. You are a business consultant. I'm sure you must have had cases or had to consult for people who haven't had it easy in doing business in Nigeria with the rise in, everything is just rising in Nigeria. So how has it been, or how has startups been from your experience?
Yeah, thank you, everyone. The business space in Nigeria can best be described as the most challenging if I am to make a comparative analysis. And we have various challenges that entrepreneurs and startups face in the course of starting up their businesses, ranging from infrastructure problems like electricity, accessibility, visibility, road. When I talk about accessibility, you'd can imagine what people go through just to get their goods from one place to the other. An average Nigerian startup cannot, enjoy what their counterparts in more advanced and organized society enjoys. So that forms, a very major setbacks. Take for instance the current situation of fuel scarcity. Just imagine what it will mean for those that will have to convey their perishable goods to the market. Just imagine the electricity situation. A lot of times we depend on fuel to provide basic electricity to power various industrial machines, production machines, even pumps to get water for industrial activities or business activities. You need to sink your own boreholes, you need electricity, you need energy, So the challenges are enormous, to say the least.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you just talked about, the various challenges that startups face regards, infrastructure. How about the issue of government policies as well? Over time there have been talks of the various Nigerian governments, be it federal or states, coming up with policies that are not, friendly to startups. What do you make of that?
Yeah. Well, maybe an oversight. It should have come up amongst the list. But to be honest, the list is possibly endless. I will give you an instance. There was a thriving business of the e-hailing guys, the Uber, the boats, and all of that. Hello?
Yeah,
yes, we can hear you.
Now, the Lagos state government came up with policies of permits and all of that almost crippled their businesses. Apart from that, we talk about the forex policy. Today it is forex is so restricted that people that depend on forex for importation of their raw materials are seriously affected. I talked with a woman who imports children wears and accessory from Turkey, and she told me her experience. That just imagine having to, subscribe to a third party to be able to get access to Forex. So how is this woman going to compete with her contemporaries in South Africa, in Ghana? I'm talking about Africa, in Kenya, in Botswana. So that is what we have to face. Very, very inconsiderate policies.
All right.
Very.
Okay, sorry to cut you up. Now, we're looking at the current situation in Nigeria with the fuel scarcity. Now, let's look at how it's affecting startups in Nigeria.
Okay. I'll give an experience.
Okay.
There was a time I started a fish pond business, and something like this came up. You need to change the water you use for the fish at intervals,
Yeah.
in order to get, to raise healthy fish that will not die, in order to minimize mortality rates and all of that, to get better growth, that will, at the end, impact on your profit margin. And there was fuel scarcity. So how am I going to pump water? Nobody takes account what the average man, the average startup is facing. Somebody, in fact, they don't even give an explanation. So it's as bad as that. What the Nigerian startups face is, like I say, is so enormous. The challenge is so overwhelming.
All right, how about we look at some way forward, having identified some of the problems and the challenges? What are some of the way forwards with the import and the exports happening to Nigeria, with the fuel scarcity, with even the value-added taxes included? What are the way forwards to curb all of these things to the barest minimum?
Okay. The solutions are not far-fetched, but there are things you can do as an entrepreneur, and there are things you depend on government to do for you.
Okay.
You cannot possibly build roads that will give better access to your, business locations, or that will aid your movement, conveying your products to the market.